So I'm going to compare and contrast a couple of different calls here. First call I've got is my Primos Cabela's single-sided box call. This call is basically made on the Cabela's Little Heartbreaker, or say Little Heartbreaker series. It's a one-sided box call. It's got a walnut base and a cherry lid. These were available from Cabela's a few years ago. I guess they just didn't catch on, or maybe it had something to do with that merger with Bass Pro. But anyway, these got dropped off. I think I got this one here on closeout for about 40 bucks, but really like the sound quality of this. I've used this call both in California and in Idaho, in various places within both of those states, and I've gotten really good responses from birds. I mean, this is just kind of my confidence go-to call, even though it is only single-sided and would seem to be lacking versatility. There's just something about the pitch and tone that really gets the Rios and Merriams to fire off. Managed to stir up hens quite often with this. Hens will come over to see who the newcomer is, but give you guys some sound clips from it. You can even kind of kiki with this call. It's got a pretty good, high end. But yeah, once again, this call is almost always in my vest, and it's been very, very productive for me. Really, really love this call. Next call I got is one I really haven't used but once or twice in the field, and that is the Hale Scarlet Fever. I don't know if Hale's putting this call out anymore. I think this was something they did for a few years ago. It's kind of hard to say, in today's corporate world with companies getting traded here and there. It just seems like a lot of the really solid mid-level turkey call manufacturers like Primos and Hale, it just seems like they've had a lot of trouble with quality control, and it seems like their product lines are always changing for the most part. But anyhow, this is a really nice call. You've got a walnut pot, crystal surface, and then a slate soundboard, which is colored red. That's one of the colors you're never supposed to have in the turkey woods, but excellent sound quality nonetheless. This call can get fairly soft too. The thing I like about this call is you can get a really good high end. I can kind of kiki on this. I can actually do a better kiki run with this call than I can with my zinc power hen crystal. So this is a call that I'm planning on carrying in the fall as probably my main friction call. But really, really good quality. Actually, I had to buy two of these calls because the first one I got for some reason had a plastic soundboard, whereas it's advertised by the manufacturer to have a slate soundboard. This call here definitely has a slate soundboard. You can look through the holes in the back and see it. So just a nice, crisp, loud but very versatile call. I'm gonna run it a little bit with a hickory striker to kind of bring out the best of the softer tones. Finish it up with some cuts and fighting purrs. excellent call. Just wish Knight and Hale were more consistent with their product line these days. So yeah, those are a couple of good calls to carry out west here. A lot of folks these days are kind of shying away from box calls. Box calls are kind of seen as the beginner's call and the novice call, and they're just not as fun. They don't take as many hours and hours to learn how to use as, say, diaphragms, and they're in many ways a little easier to use than slate calls, especially for folks that want to try and get, when you want to just get some noise out there. I mean, I know nowadays, of course, everyone has this idea that we need to get super soft and subtle for a lot of these kind of pressured birds, and I'm sure that has its time and place. But yeah, that being said, I really like box calls, especially this Primos call. I mean, it's just easy to use, gets good responses. High pitched call. I mean, I believe that the sound from a box call carries even a bit further than what you get from a crystal or glass call. So. Sorry, these calls are, to the best of my knowledge, no longer on the market, but just wanted to share some sound bites with you all and kind of offer a comparison of, box calls with kind of crystal or glass calls, because I feel that they both serve a similar role in the turkey hunter's arsenal. You're getting that fairly loud, high-pitched sound when you're trying to strike turkeys and call them in from a distance.